Breaking: New York Times turns on Kamala, publishes numerous op-eds on weak, phony, and ignorant Democrat nominee. It's okay for them to say that, though. It's okay for them to say it. When I said she was phony and stupid and ignorant, I was called all types of chauvinistic type of racist and all these other things because I say it. But it's okay for the New York Times to say the same thing that I've been saying about her for years. This is stuff that I've been saying about her for years, back in 2020 when she was running for president back then. That's why nobody liked her. When you talk to her, you can see the phoniness. It comes off of her when you speak to her. I mean, it's fake. Some people are fake, and you can't really tell. Some people are fake, and I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious she's fake, and she don't know what she's talking about most of the times. It's just word salad that she spews all the time. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to talk about this shocking article. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also links to my Instagram and my X account where I put news out there as well. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway pundit's Jim Hoff, and he reports that, has the New York Times turned on Kamala, the nation's most unpopular vice president? Because remember, she was the most unpopular vice president in history, in modern history. And then overnight, they flipped the switch and tried to push propaganda on us and tell us how great she was. It's hard to imagine. The Times on Friday posted a hit on Kamala Harris titled, "Joy is not a strategy." You know what? I saw the title of that article, but I did not read that article when it came out on Friday. I wish I had now. Then, on Monday, the New York Times published an op-ed titled, "Trump Can Win on Character," something that must have made the leftist elites vomit in their mouths. That's one thing. That's one thing that Democrats say about Trump, is that he lacks character and all this other things. But compared to Kamala cackling Harris, Trump can win on character. I can't believe what I'm reading here. It didn't take long for the happy boost from the fantasy convention to flatline. On Monday night, former Biden Spock's Jen Psaki faced a harsh reality with Don Lemon when Don Lemon told her that no one knows who Kamala Harris is in the swing states he visited last week. I saw that clip myself today. Maybe that's good news, though. The more people learn about Kamala, the less they like her. That's why they are hiding her. She is so unlikable. She's so phony. That's why Biden kept her locked up for the most part. Most part of the presidency. She's incompetent. We know that she was the border czar, and the border didn't get any better. Everything she touches, it falls apart. So, I mean, she's incompetent. But the Daily Mail reported, ever since President Joe Biden dropped out of the 2024 election race last month, their print presses and TV networks have put in a hard shift trying to paper over Harris's past record as the most unpopular vice president in American history. To read and listen to their florid praise is to believe that Harris is already a shoo-in for president and not an 11th hour replacement as the Democratic nominee. The reliability liberal New York Times was among the first to suddenly change tack on Friday, taking aim at what many perceive to be Harris's fatal lack of clear policy, with the brutal headline that read, "Joy is not a strategy." In a sour commentary, New York Times deputy opinion editor Patrick Healy said he cringed when former President Bill Clinton took the convention stage on Tuesday to claim that Harris would be the president of joy. And you would have, why would you even have Bill Clinton on stage in the first place? Everybody knows about him and Epstein Island. Who is coming up with this stuff? But how's that going to help the millions of Americans whose livelihoods are now at stake, Healy asked. And why has Harris failed to conduct a single interview or serious press conference since Biden stepped aside last month? I told y'all what I think it is. I think it's because she's an alcoholic and they're trying to keep her locked up because she's an alcoholic and she's incompetent. So they're trying to hide her away. But ultimately, she needs more voters in the swing states to trust her to handle the economy better than her opponent. Excuse me. Harris can't coast on joy, he concluded witheringly. But worse was to come from the Times. On Monday, the newspaper published a guest essay titled "Trump Can Win on Character" by conservative commentator Rich Lowry. Pulling no punches, Lowry wrote that Harris is weak and phony and doesn't truly care about the country or the middle class. And it shows. I said it shows. But don't get your hopes up. It's not like they found Jesus all of a sudden. Far from it. I agree with that. They definitely, the left has definitely have not found Jesus. You know, they're trying to remove, they're not trying to, they did remove God from their party platform. So now it's pretty much official that Democrats are godless, but I digress. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.